Today we're making a sweet and delicious but really simple dessert called sheer Kurma, or also known as Sevia. Hi, I'm Karen Ahmed. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you've come for another recipe, I am so glad to see you again. I upload new videos every Friday, so please make sure to subscribe. Tell all your family and friends about it. Now let's get back to this delicious dessert that is made with pure desi ghee, that's clarified butter, and I'm also going to add a beautiful medley of nuts and dried fruit, milk, a special ingredient, and roasted vermicelli. It wasn't until I got married that I first started making this dish. I had never heard of it before. It's quite popular during the festivals of Ramadan and Eid, but really it's so easy to make. You can make it anytime. I'm going to get all my prep ready. The first thing I'm going to do is grab some of my nuts and dried fruit out of my refrigerator. Now, the best place to store your nuts is in the refrigerator because it keeps it really fresh. I'm going to use about a quarter cup of cashew nuts, almonds, and pistachios, and I'm going to chop these up together. I'm also going to chop some lovely figs as well as some dates. Now, if you're using seedless dates, you won't need to worry too much about it. But if your dates have seeds in the middle like mine, all you have to do is cut them in half and remove the seed, and then proceed to cut the rest of the date. I'm going to use a little bit of saffron. If you've never used saffron before, it can be really expensive, but you only need to use a tiny little pinch. Now, saffron comes from the cultivated stamens of the crocus flower, and it's used widely in Indian cuisine. In a sauté pan, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of ghee or clarified butter, and I love to watch it melt away into a golden liquid. To this, I'm going to add the nuts that I chopped earlier, and I'm going to give it a quick sauté. And I'm going to follow that with the figs and the dates. I'm going to add 2 cups of regular milk, and I'm just going to let that warm up a little bit before I add a pinch of saffron. I'm going to let that infuse together and come to a boil, and then I'm going to add 2 more cups of milk and let it come to a boil. Next, I'm going to add my vermicelli. Now, I have pre-roasted vermicelli. That's just the kind that I bought. If my vermicelli was not roasted, what I would have done was put it in when I roasted the nuts and the dry fruit. But since it's already roasted, I'm going to add it into the milk. I'm using about 100 grams of vermicelli, and it takes literally no time to cook. So that vermicelli is going to be done in no time. And now you're probably wondering, when is she going to add some sugar? Because that is typical in a regular sheer Kurma or Sevia, but I'm going to add a secret ingredient. I'm going to add a can of condensed milk. The condensed milk gives the sweetness to the sheer Kurma, but also that lusciousness that you can expect from a sheer Kurma. So I'm going to pour that right in and give it a good mix. Let it come to a boil, and it's ready to serve. Thank you so much for joining me on Kravings Food Adventures, and I do hope you enjoyed this super easy peasy recipe for sheer Kurma or Sevia. Please do come back to my channel, visit me often. I have lots of videos to share. There's a new one every Friday, so come back, subscribe, tell everybody about it. And until I see you again, do take care. Bye.